What's up, Capricorn? This is going to be your bi-weekly love check-in. This is for my Cappy, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this, do give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It does help out the channel. If you're new here on this channel, I incorporate channeling and tarot with universal law of assumption, conscious manifesting, to help you look into your specific person, your situation with them, redirect should you wish to manifest, you know, what you would prefer. So if that is something that you like, then stick with me. I do that in my personal sessions as well, and all the info for that is in the description box of the video. If you're looking for a more traditional psychic or a tarot reader, obviously there are other channels, and if you want to get a personal reading, I have put links to my affiliates in the description box as well. Okay, Mystic Sense will give you your first 5 minutes reading free. Spiritual Blossom will give you a bonus $10 when you deposit 20. And so we're going to now, Cappy, look into the person on your mind. How do they feel about you? How do you feel about them? And then a projected potential. Those that are new, I say potential because, as mentioned, universal law of assumption, basically all potentials exist. This is a check-in into one version of you, your specific person, and the connection that you, Capricorn, have manifested, are manifesting, selecting out of the infinite that are available right now in this very given moment. Creation is finished. Everyone is you pushed out. You can have any one or any version of anyone that you would like. Circumstances and conditions don't matter. If you would like to manifest this differently, it just requires a shift in your state of consciousness, the version of Capricorn that you're being, and a reselection through shifting your dominant thoughts and your assumptions. And the outside must conform, guys. So if you would like to check out my other content, I have a whole manifesting playlist. I also have just launched Shifted, guys. It's a whole course that takes you through the fundamentals, Manifesting 101, ultimate self-concept, and how that would apply to manifesting a specific person as well, guys. So you can check it out. The link is in the bio as well. All right, guys, Capricorn, the person on your mind, Temperance is in the reverse. So there's been something to do with timing and patience, but usually when it's in the reverse, there's impatience. So it's like the shadow of the Temperance card. So maybe there's a sense of, you know, hurry up. Let's have a look. Knight of Cups. Okay, Capricorn. So there seems to be a love offer coming through. Lots of knights, communication, chemistry, attraction, and romance. But there's been something to do with impatience. So I'm going to get some cards on it. We've got the Death card in the reverse. Yeah, another knight, Knight of Swords. It could be some erratic communication between you and this person. Knight of Wands and Knight of Cups, they stick to what I channeled at the beginning. So definitely romance, definitely passion, chemistry. This could go a little bit round and round. So there's something about impatience, okay? Like, let's move this along, maybe come to some level of agreement on the way forward. So maybe it hasn't been completely stable. Knight of Swords can be sort of erratic, okay? Or it could be reactivity. So someone could have been a little impatient with the other one. Let's have a look. We've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, back and forth, back and forth. I feel like there's some kind of maybe even an impulsive communication coming through. This is just based on this check-in, guys, in this moment. You know, wanting to maybe get past this round and round energy, not wanting to do this back and forth anymore. Let me have a look. Yeah, King of Swords is the truth speaker. So there's communication coming through, someone that's analyzing the situation, thinking about maybe how they can communicate with you to get past. I mean, this just might be like a dynamic, guys, in this particular version of the connection. So anyone that's regular will know why I'm saying that, so we can flip this in a moment. But you might have experienced in your recent perceived past some kind of a dynamic with a person where it just seems to go a bit round and round, and it could be a communication style. It also could be something to do with back and forth around feeling like there's unfinished business outside of the connection. Now that might be career-wise. Two of Pentacles can be money in versus money out. Lots of romance, chemistry, passion, but the Temperance card in the reverse maybe not being so, you know, maybe committed to the situation. This is priorities as well, not prioritizing the situation. There's been impatience. And then we've got Ten of Cups, guys. So there's a conversation. This person's trying to maybe come forward and talk. And, you know, Ten of Cups is ultimate fulfillment, happily ever after. Let's get a little bit more on what this Death card in the reverse is. The Judgment card, revival energy, okay? So there's also a decision needing to be made. So it might be a conversation and a decision around 10 of Cups, the future, okay? Now, you might have lost patience with one another, either just the way that you've been communicating, that can be a communication style, a misunderstanding, erratic communication, someone also feeling like they have to juggle a lot, you know, outside of the connection. But the Judgment card's revival. So even if you've had a fight or something like that, this person, the Death card in the reverse also would be like, okay, a decision being made to stop maybe going round and round, or if there is unfinished business, and King of Swords could be like a problem solver. How do we get to the 10 of Cups? So let's have a look. Yeah, 3 of Swords is in the reverse with the World, and then the Queen of Swords, guys. King and Queen of Swords, honest conversation, truth. Look, a small portion of you, there's been unfinished business outside because there's like some kind of a separation going on between, you know, a person and someone else, okay? That's like a third party. I'm not really getting romantic so much, but maybe tying up loose ends, separation, finances, small portion of you, children and families in the mix. But most of you, I think that this is just, if I were to read it the way that I am feeling intuitively, this is like honesty and truth coming together, being diplomatic, being on the same page. There could have been some hurt between the two of you, and the World would be, okay, let's close this cycle. Because there's something here about not cooperating with one another. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. So that's the round and round, okay? Let me have a look. And then the 2 of Wands, exactly. Not cooperating on the direction forward. 2 of Wands. So decision needing to be made. And there is a decision, Capricorn. And we've got Page of Wands here. So there's communication. This is also flirtation. So I said to you from the beginning, there's no shortage of chemistry, passion, romance, but there's been some impatience. And now this would be about, okay, can we be diplomatic with one another, make a decision to move forward in a more positive direction. The Fool, let's take a leap. Some of you, this might be about actually doing something adventurous, taking a holiday or something like that, or taking a trip. I mean, a small portion of you, the issue has been like there's distance here, right? Like the World and the Fool card. So, you know, that could be how we're going to make this work, right? But conversation brewing, revival. 3 of Swords, coming out of hurt feelings, and a portion of you, there's been unfinished business, third party energy, and this is like, let's come out of that. You know, King of Swords, it's like cutting it out, right? Like ending, transformation, revival, time to make a decision. 2 of Wands, make a plan. So look, Capricorn, that is where, you know, what I'm getting on their side. They are you pushed out. I said that at the beginning. And anything that they're thinking and feeling is going to shift where you dominantly put your focus, what you think and feel, they think and feel. I know that anyone that's new doesn't get that yet, but you will if you stick with me, because they are responding to the version of you that you're being. So any of this that you want to tweak, it's fine. It's anyway manifested through you. We've got Scorpio energy. We've got King and Queen of Swords. So air sign, double Scorpio, air sign. Okay, and yeah, strong Aquarius. Okay, Capricorn, how do you feel about them? 6 of Swords. So this is either, you know, some of you, there's travel and distance. Like I said, 6 of Swords also is wanting to move in a smoother direction. 7 of Wands, persistence. On the other hand, you're a bit guarded maybe, Capricorn, or you feel like there's been some defensive energy between the two of you. King of Wands though, attraction, desire, chemistry, and 8 of Pentacles. And you want to work on the situation, 5 of Swords, because maybe there's been tension. 5 of Swords literally can be like clashes with words, okay? So if you want better communication, Capricorn, which by the way, King and Queen of Swords, imbalanced energy is very good at understanding and on the same page, intellectually very on par. In not so great, like shadow energy can be like a bit cutting with one another, cold or mean. Right? Like they can lose their shit at one another. So Capricorn, it's totally within your control. You know, you can tweak a behavior of a person. You're not manipulating them. You're just like going to say, we have the most perfect communication. You know, if you feel like this person is maybe not emotionally because King and Queen of Swords, there's not a lot of cups here, Capricorn, so it might be that this whole back and forth, I mean, I saw the Knight of Cups, so there's definitely romance, etc. But maybe it gets switched off with all this kind of the behavior between the two of you, the communication style. So you could be like, oh, they're so emotionally loving and affectionate and whatever, guys. I take you through that in the course. Look, this is you, Capricorn. The Devil card's in the reverse, the Nine of Cups is in the reverse, the Ace of Swords is in the reverse. The Temperance card in the reverse, which I saw over here. So guys, they are meant to be in reverse. If you're new, there's nothing wrong with the way the cards come out, okay? They're meant to be. And the Two of Wands, which is in the reverse, Two of Wands is over here in the upright. So you have lost your patience, Capricorn, so it's you. There's been erratic communication. Some of you feel like because there's lack of clarity, and you might sometimes question, is this person just all fun and games and without direction, without making a decision? Now that's an assumption, Capricorn. They're going to conform according to you and where you're at. And you can shift your state now. Even in this energy check in this person, there's like a decision and a revival. There's a Two of Wands and there's a sense of wanting to come in and communicate and get on the same page. If you hold this person dominantly like, this is just how it is, or they've said this and that in the past, or they haven't, made a plan, well, they might reach out, but you're holding them in that assumption and the energy's you're just gonna go round and round again, okay? So mind your assumptions. Let's hold them dominantly in the assumption that they're totally on the same page, they have the plan. They have a Two of Wands right here. Nine of Cups in the reverse can be like, you feel like this person can be overindulgent, okay? Or maybe you question, you have a fear of temptation, like that there's other people. A portion of you, there is someone that's separating from someone. So maybe you feel like you're just fun and games. I would change that story, Capricorn. I'm the one and only. There's no competition in my reality. If you have seen that in one version of reality and you know of it, guys, like in one version, don't make it your story if it's not your story. It's just been manifested in one reality from you, okay? So you might need to just take your attention off that, okay? Turn the other cheek. It's even like Neville and like any, that's just the thing. You just need to detach and be like, no, I'm all they want. I'm all they've ever wanted. There's no competition in my reality. I have them right now. That's it. Now, if you have just some suspicions and fears that they are not going to commit to you, you just need to be like, no, they're committed to me. I mean, there's this impatience. If you feel like they're not ready, then and that's causing erratic behavior and conversations that go in and out and fighting or stress or whatever. And you say, no, of course they're ready. You put yourself in the end, in the now. We're together. They love me. Ten of Cups, Ten of Cups. See how many cross cards, but like different positions. So Ten of Cups, Ten of Cups. You want your Ten of Cups. You don't want your Nine of Cups in the reverse. Or you feel like you question sometimes, is this person just all fun and games? Change them with the head. You're not changing them. No one to change but self. You're changing your concept of self in relation to them, and you're changing what you dominantly think and assume they think and assume about you guys, okay? I take you through it all in the course. But Ten of Cups, you want the happily ever after. You do want to work on things. You want them to maybe put the effort in. Then you would say, oh my God, I'm the only priority, okay? They are working so hard with me for our Ten of Cups. I'm all they've ever wanted. We have a Ten of Cups, okay? What's this Ace of Swords in the reverse? Okay, Two of Swords, you just feel like it's stuck, like the blindfold's on and there's stagnancy maybe for your Ten of Cups. They have Ten of Cups and King of Swords. They're thinking about it. Why don't we go from thinking about it and talking a little bit about it and giving you some breadcrumb? Okay, I don't like this because people associate it in a certain way. If you feel someone is breadcrumbing you guys, then just fucking disconnect from that and say opposite. Okay, they're not breadcrumbing. They're giving you everything and stick to it, persist until it hardens into fact. They are like your selection, okay? So they want to work on, you want to work on a Ten of Cups and you doubt it sometimes. There's a Two of Swords. Oh my gosh, the Death card in the reverse. See how that jumped? And that's why it's going round and round. Now, the portion of you that think that there's unfinished business, this person, it's driving you crazy because you feel like obsessively thinking that this person, you're the fun, and they have unfinished business. They're not going to commit because maybe there's even a perception, like the recent perceived past, there's been some kind of a conversation about not being sure or indecisive, or they've appeared that way. It's completely within your control, Capricorn. All you need to do is shift it, and the evidence is going to show up for you. Persist like that. Like, no, there's no unfinished business. No, they are ready. It's like, this is the theme, this Temperance card in the reverse. And I saw it over there and it had to come out. So it's like, you know, if you feel like you're waiting, guys, I've done videos this week about waiting, but it's nothing to do with waiting. And I talk about that in Shifted. There's a state right now in existence through consciousness where you're with them. So it will happen so fast, you have no idea. If you just say, no, we're together, like go to the end and stick to it with commitment. If you want it, okay, this round and round and you feeling stuck, or just round and round in terms of like the way in which they show up for you. So if you want the best possible version and you want them to show up that way, you have to detach from that version and hold them as the version that you would like, okay? I mean, they're coming in flirty. Some of you, yes, they want to take the leap. If the energy seems like to go in and out, it's you shifting states, guys, for real, okay? They're your mirror. So that's how it works on my channel, anyone that's new. Okay, so you can throw this whole reading away, guys, and you can like just focus on what is it that you desire. It already exists, guys. Everything exists. How do you want it? Put yourself in the end, think from the end, embody that end. I'm a version of Capricorn, this is how it is, okay? Let me just get some cards on what's going on here. Yeah, spiritual awakening, enlightenment, rebirth, judgment card. So what is this person wanting? Yeah, there's something about upheaval, drama with single, okay, alone. So some of you, yeah, this person is separated from someone. Maybe they were in the process of tying that up, and they just wanted to be single. They weren't ready for a commitment, and that's the issue here. And that's caused drama, Knight of Swords. But then we have healing, progress, mending, Page of Wands with reconciliation, guys. I miss you, reunion, second chance, get back together. And the Crossroads card, guys. All right, indecisive, turning point. Now, if you hold on to the idea that this person is indecisive and not decided, or go straight to your end, we're together, then you might still go round and round. Like, oh, they still can't decide, or they said that they wanted to be single, or the third party issue is still lingering, whatever it is. So, and no, there's no healing needed, okay? It's like this person's ready. The only healing you need to be concerned with, Capricorn, would be you. So there's a trigger point here, Capricorn, where you have an assumption maybe that this person is all fun and games and they're not choosing you, because Crossroads, indecisive. And, you know, there's the guarded thing as well, guys. This says guarded, and I said Seven of Wands guarded. So this erraticness might also be between the two of you. Now, you can control that, Capricorn. If you hold this person in a thing like they hold back, they react, whatever, it's you. So you just shift you, what you assume. You know, Two of Swords, so you feel like it's been stuck. You have a story that you're not the chosen one, or they're indecisive or whatever. They still come back round, Capricorn, lots of evidence of that. Let's cut it short and get rid of the round and round shit and just go to the end. So take what you like, throw out the rest. That's what I have for you, Cappy. And I hope that it resonated for some of you, and in essence guided some of you. Regardless, you can check out my course, as I mentioned, Shifted, if you really want to understand the fundamentals of manifesting, conscious manifesting, how it applies to a specific person. I take you through embodiment and the whole thing. Link is in the bio. And otherwise, I'm going to send you so much love, and I'm going to check in with you guys again in 2 weeks' time.